So only 2 roof guys are on site, and I have a feeling that's all I'm going to see from now on, because I think they started another job. They did get this side finished off, except the mitered corners. My guess is they're just going to work through all these full pieces and then come back and work on the miters. They're out taking their break right now. This wall completely done, up to where they need to pour the beam across for under the windows. This wall's done in the bedroom. He's worried the tiles are going to blow off and hit us in the head. He might be right, though. So they got that wall done. There's a window there. There's a set of sliding doors here. And he looks like he's getting ready to start that wall there. Speaking of walls, a wall or fence, whatever you want to call it out here. Ooh, bigger drops coming down. Wow. Got all the forms off these. They're moving them down there now. Yeah, it's starting to rain pretty good. I'm going to get back over to Salah. Try to save my stuff before it blows away. This camera is waterproof, but the microphones are not. Oh my God. All right, it's dry under here anyhow. Get my plan out of here so it don't get all wet. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape here. I think. He's pulling electric in. All guys are pulling in. Windows are down in my truck. Well, they're not down, they just cracked a little bit. We're gonna stay right here for a minute and we call REO Speedwagon, riding the storm out. So right now he's marking, they'll put a, like I said, wherever there's a window at the bottom of the window, they'll put a beam across, a concrete beam. Well, at the doors, they put one across the top of the door so they can stack blocks above the door opening. And that's what he just marked, I think. I got run off by the rain earlier. I didn't get to talk about these. Truck showed up mid-morning, dumped these here. Those are for the bathrooms. There's always a controversy about what blocks you should use in the bathrooms as far as the wet rooms. They say these absorb too much moisture. From my research, as long as you seal these before you tile over them, there's nothing wrong with them. Same thing with concrete blocks. But in the end, it's going to come down to a personal preference, I think. I told the builder I was okay with this as long as he sealed them. I think what got interpreted to him is we want red brick, so that's what we're getting. These guys up here are just throwing their trash down here. They better plan on picking it up at the end of the day or I'll be making a phone call. Got a few broken ones. That's one thing I will say about these. These are a little more fragile than regular blocks. You can see that one under there's cracked already. And when they unloaded these, you probably saw it. They just stuck steel pipes through there and lifted it. Probably put pressure right there, I'm guessing, and just snapped all that bottom row. Broke over there too. That one's cracked there too. If they're going to do that, they should use flat iron, not round pipe, because round pipe's going to concentrate the load right in one spot down through there. Flat iron, at least spread it out. It's starting to heat up, and the humidity's coming back with a full vengeance. It's one of those edge strips that I said keep snakes and bugs and lizards and stuff out. Just got an adhesive tape right here. You just peel that off, stick it down on the edge, and then lay the tile over it. Sheesh, 525. Been having audio issues with my camera. I've got either a bad wire or an adapter. I hope it's the wire because I have an extra wire. The adapters are a little harder to come by and they're a little bit expensive. But anyhow, it's 5:25. Concrete truck just showed up. So they're going to work. Didn't take them very long to do the one yesterday, so they've got one filled already. We've only been here 5 minutes. 30 minutes to have this knocked out, which it needs to be because it'll be pitch black dark out at 6 o'clock. Audio. Okay, I'm still having audio problems with this microphone, but it's working right now. So we talked about the change over there. He's good with that. It'll make his life much easier, much quicker. And I threw my suggestion at him here for these panels, and we'll walk through it tomorrow. But as I said before, I told him, it's up to you, it's your decision, it's just my suggestion, because in the end, he's the one that's got to stand behind it. So I can't rightly tell him what to do. Because if I do, then he's not going to warranty the thing if it fails. But I gave him an option. About 20 minutes, they did, what, 2, 4, 6 panels? We got 2 left, so here in about 5 or 8 minutes they'll be done. Truck washes out and leaves. I'm not sticking around for that. I brought my truck up over here, so I don't have to wait for him to get out of the way. I can just drive around the house and go. So with that, I appreciate everybody watching. We will see you in the morning. Midday in paradise. First video of the day. Not much going on. Not much new. Roof crew did not show up again, so this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4 days out of 6 they haven't been here. So it might be a month before we get our damn roof done. So with that, I'm taking away any recommendations for this roof crew. This is ridiculous. Should have been 2 days and out of here. Now I don't know how long it's going to take. There's no need for this. Fence guys got all the forms off that stuff they poured right at the end of the day last night. Looks like getting ready to put a couple up here. They will form these 2. They got to figure out how they're going to form those corner ones, because the way the forms come into the corner posts, as I showed on the video last night, makes it difficult to form them. I told the boss what I would do, so I don't know. We'll let him decide what he wants to do. The boss just got here. He brought in a cement mixer and brought his hopper back. So I don't know if he's planning on using that for this wall here or using it to just hand mix these ones over here. He might not have enough concrete in the truck to make it worth bringing a truck in for just these 4 sections. So I don't know. We'll see what he does. Oh, what do you know? Wait a minute. As I say, the roof crew just showed up. He's climbing up there right now. It's still going to take them a month as slow as they're going. I mean, every day they're coming in way late. We're working. Yesterday they worked 6 hours. Today they might get in 6 hours. Son 1 has been working on this wall all morning. This is going to be office, bedroom, whatever you want to call it. Small. String here will mark the door entryway. No windows there, so they won't put a beam in. They'll just run it all the way up. Window, so they'll beam those ones. Engineer had a window in here. But with the front door right here, I didn't want a window to a bedroom right there at the front door. So I told him, take it out. I don't know where Dad is. I don't know. He's off somewhere in the pickup. I didn't see him leave. It's getting smaller as the walls go up. Oh, those are the posts. These are going to be for this back fence. Yeah, those are the posts for the back fence over here. How many's he got? I was wondering why he backed down this side. It's because those posts. So looking at the height of those, I think this fence is going to be very similar to that one. They'll just trench it down and run it here. Like I said, 3 meters off here. Drop it in. Straight down through that bag there, more or less. 5.5 meter wide gate. Plenty of room to make the corner, get up in here. As I said before, we get said and done, get all the dirt back in here. Even with a pump house in there, we'll be able to drive right along that side if we need to for anything. But eventually it's going to get cut off anyhow, because as I said the other day in the video, Some Pits wants to put a 3x3 concrete pad here, just to have an outdoor uncovered area. And I'm going to put a outdoor restroom shower right here somewhere in this corner. That'll probably be a project for next year. But I think I'm just going to put it there, put a very small black septic tank here, set of saturation rings, run a pipe out with a clean out box like they're using, and then tie it into the clean out box, that other system over there. So it all comes out in the same place. And this thing isn't going to get used very much. And what it does is mostly going to be just liquids, if you know what I mean. Need to get some 3-inch pipe. I want to put a drain right here, similar to that one I put in over there for that edge of the pond. Put it right here and run it down there and around the corner, so that if we ever do get a lot of rain backed up in here from monsoon season, it won't go around the corner and try washing the dirt out. It'll just go down that pipe. But I measured it. I can get a 3-inch pipe right through there. I'll just hang it right here somewhere. For now, I'll just run it up tall and cut it off later. It's coming together, but it is looking a lot smaller now that they're getting blocks up. Same drainage on the edges we seen on the other ones yesterday. Too much water, it runs out and leaves those voids along the edges. Every scene. But this will be nice. We'll have a nice off-road parking area here. Big place for people to park if they need to. So my microphone problems I was having yesterday, discovered the little adapter on the side was getting bad. Had to order 2 of them out of China. Well, had to order 1, but I ordered 2, so I have another backup. But I had one for each camera, so I took this off the camera I use for like on the front of the motorbike or on the dash of the truck, and put that on this camera. So at least I got something to get by on until the other 2 come in from China. I hate doing that because, man, these little bastards, it's just a little square black adapter plastic box, and things are 20 bucks a piece in the US. How much are they here? Let me think. $12, $13 each. It's going to start slowing down now the videos will, because I'm not just going to sit and watch them stack blocks all day, or video them stacking blocks all day. We'll show their progress, but I mean, it's just a total repetition from here forward with coming to blocking and skim coating and tiling. It's just repetition, repetition. So we'll just be giving you updates. Videos are going to slow down. They measured this out. I don't know how many sections it is, but it came out. This is where I put the stick to kind of line up with that post. Their measurements come out that line in the dirt there, so we're going to call it close enough. Put the last post right there. By the time you get the thickness on it, it'll be close enough. So I plan on hanging a gate probably right there anyhow. So we'll have a 2.5 meter wide gate there, 1 gate hanging off that post. Looks like 9 sections. All right, it's only like the second video of the day. It's been fairly slow. The wall crew has got these 2 formed up, these 2 sections, which is 4 panels. They have dug the holes for this piece of fence here now. This fence will be coming out as soon as I'm comfortable that the cows won't come through here anymore. So I think once they get the above ground beam in here, we'll take this fence out to get it out of the way. I went and bought the, shoot. I went and bought the pipe today. I talked about this in the video earlier, but I'm going to drop a 3-inch pipe right here, out through there and down into there. We got to go to Ubon to Home Pro tomorrow. The contractor wants us to go look at some doors. So we're going to go do that tomorrow. We're going to spend the night over there, and then we'll be back Friday afternoon, I guess. That's the plan right now. Roof guys, as I told you earlier, they got here late. They did get this side finished. That's all they're going to get done. And if you recall, I told you the boss did by himself that whole end and a third of this one in about 5 hours. These 2 guys in the last 6 hours did about 2/3 of that side. I'm telling you right now, Boss Man could have did that by himself in 6 hours. I really thought they'd have this done, and we're about a third of that one today. But like I said, they showed up late and they're not very quick like the other guy. So with that said, I'll be surprised if they even get this done tomorrow, because like I said, they did like 2/3 of this today and it took them all day. But if they'd show up on time, it'd make a difference too. They've got this whole side left here, and then all of the hips and the beam up top. So this is something we haven't seen in Paradise yet. We showed it. He brought that mixer in yesterday, and I had to run Mom to the rubber farm, so I was gone for a little bit. While I was gone, they brought a truck in and dumped this back here to mix cement. These guys do a lot of things right. In my opinion, this is one of them they didn't do right. They're mixing this back here, and they're pouring concrete in the absolute opposite corner of the lot. So he's having to haul it with the excavator from here all the way down the road and dump it over there. Just me, I'd have pushed some shit back there and did it right in that end, because you got to do that fence and this fence. But they do a lot of things right. They do. But I'll be honest with you, I'm just getting tired of looking at them. They've been here for, what, almost a month and a half now. And they've worn out their welcome. I just want them to get done and go home. I'm still not happy with this at all. Look at this. And I think they're done. I'm going to have to hire somebody to come in here and skim coat this, because I can't look at this the rest of my life, guys. Probably can't see it as much in the video as what I can see it, but it's rough. You can see patches down there where they patched it up. Those of you that have been around since we got here, you know that we had lots of problems with this road when we first got here, because it was rainy season. I brought in truckloads of rock, put through this whole thing, and these damn things have come in here, and the rice machines, and just tore this whole thing up. These guys ran all kinds of water on the road down there. The trucks made the road soft. Trucks went through it, tore it all up. So I'm going to redo this road one more time after I get done, mainly just so I can get rock up against my fence. Get this whole thing rocked through here. And then that's it. I ain't messing with it again. I ain't going to spend no more money on it. I never looked to see what they did down here. I gave him my suggestion last night because it's a little tricky, as I talked about earlier in this video. But it looked like they were doing what I suggested when I drove by here earlier to take Mom to the rubber farm. I don't know what they actually ended up doing. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, they did what I said. I suggested just pop it out here and not worry about how thick it is. It's going to be a little narrower in the middle than in the end, but it doesn't really matter. Nobody's going to see it. This is going to be over in the corner of the property. We're going to plant some stuff in here and out here. The main thing I told him is that this looks the same out here as the rest of it. It's going to look slightly different, but not much. The only slight difference is going to be, instead of this button up against here, it's going to be back here. So the profile on the edge here is going to be a little wider, but that's no problem in my mind. Boss man left about 11 o'clock. Took the pickup with him. I think he went to get the rest of the family to help out laying bricks, but apparently he's not coming back tonight. Spend the night up at home, I suppose, and then come back tomorrow. But the young man here got this wall quite a ways up. I'm being real, man. I'm not going to sell this place. I mean, when it goes, it's going to somebody else. And I don't really care if it's big enough or small enough or ugly or whatever. As long as it suits my needs and makes me happy, that's all that matters. So with that said, I have not fed the fish. I have not watered. It was about 100 degrees today, and these guys, they showed up late and everything, but they did stay on that roof just about all day. The humidity is back, so it's about 100 degrees outside with 85% humidity, so it's feeling like about 105, 106, I suppose. All right, I'm babbling. I'm going to go get back over here. I'm going to get to work. So it's finally starting to cool down enough. You can stand to be out here in the sun more in a minute. The Farang can stand out here. These guys are out all day. You got to respect them for that, if nothing else, man. It's a good morning in paradise. All right, so we left last night. They were still working on these last two sections. They were hand mixing concrete and trucking it over here in the little hopper thing. It'll be a minute before we get to see the forms off of it and get to see how this corner turned out. That looks like shit. So we're only here for a couple hours this morning. We got to go over to Ubon, which is like an hour and a half drive from here, to Home Pro, which is our contractor's supply house. And we got to look at some doors and windows and tile. So we're going to go over there, do that, spend the night, come back tomorrow. So we'll be out of here probably for about, I don't know, a little more than 24 hours at least. But it'll just be interesting to see what they get done when we're gone. I don't think their pace work changes any. I just worry about what I'm not going to see when I'm gone. But the reason we're going right now is because there's nothing critical coming up in the next 24 hours. So as you can see, they got this side completed yesterday, full pieces. This side over here is done. The other end looks the same way. So essentially, they've got this whole side here to do full pieces, and then do all of the hips and ridge for cut pieces, and then cap them. You can see they got the office mostly blocked up. Those two walls, I got to do the partial row up there, and then they'll put a header on top of that or a beam. I plan to live my days out right here though, not inside. I fed the fish before I come over here to do this video, so activity's slowing down over there a little bit. They're still eating, but I'm gonna go back over there, and as soon as they're done eating, I'm gonna pull out the hose and get my watering done before it gets too hot out. My pipe, I need to get a couple fittings for that. So essentially what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring this pipe to here and up, and I want to make this, I want to pour a concrete curb in here. This is supposed to be 50 centimeters above grade. So I want to pour a concrete curb in here about 40 centimeters, probably 40 on that end and 45 on this end, and then have this on this end. So if any rainwater comes out of here, which is only 3 ways out of this lot for water, and that's here, 4 actually, here, the 2 driveways, and through the holes in the wall. But if we get a deluge and the water tries coming out here, I don't want it to come around here and wash all this out. So I'm going to basically put a concrete curb across here, 40 meters on that end, 45 on this end, down, right? So this will be the low end of the curb. Put this drain pipe right here. So any rainwater that does come out of there will fall right in this pipe and out, so it don't come out here and wash all this out. All right, the fish are about done feeding. Looks like the food's all gone. So I'm gonna go put this camera away, and I'm gonna get busy watering before it starts getting too hot and humid out here. All right, so they got the forms off these. Looks like what we've seen in the past. All the gibberish around the edges because the concrete's too wet. All the water runs out, so you end up with these pockets. So it's a little after 10 right now. And here's the reason that this roof is going to go from a 2-day finish to a week. 10 o'clock, this guy is just finally headed up to the roof. And then I'll leave at 4:30. And the other guy's standing over here still trying to get ready. Huna Ban is back. He brought one guy. We'll get up here. He brought one guy with him. He must be the beam maker, because as soon as he got here, he started grabbing rebar, and he'll start putting those beams on that lower set of blocks to support the windows. The wall guys are now setting the depths on these holes here. If you recall, on the front, they put the little stick in the bottom. That stick will give them the height of the pole up here, and they'll fill that hole down there to the top of that stick, and then they'll set the, wherever they went, I don't know where he put them. Oh, there they are. He'll set those posts on top of the cement once it's dry, and then they'll just throw concrete in it to hold them in place, bury them, and then go to town with a beam. But I'm getting ready to leave, but the excavator is on the road, and my truck is back there, so I have to just hang out a little bit till he moves the excavator. So I think I got enough clips put together to get a decent video put out. So since we're going to be gone for the next 36, 48 hours, whatever it is, I'm just going to go ahead and end this video. We'll see what they get done while we're gone. Thanks for watching us. Paradise in Thailand.